Good afternoon, Off the Bench Sports family. We're here live. It's a show that you guys have been waiting on all day. It's a show that I've been waiting on all day. And hey, we're here, man. Thank you guys for joining Prep News, where we talk about high school sports. Uh, Tonight it's boys and girls basketball. Boys and girls basketball. So within this process, man, we're gonna talk about some pretty good, cool stuff that that should enlighten and illuminate us on this process of high school basketball. We're gonna start off on the girls' side. You guys just please give me 1 minute as our first guest is backstage waiting patiently. So let me get there. Let me get there. Y'all just please be patient with me. Give me 1 second. We're starting off on the girls' side, on the non-select side, Division One. Again, we moved from classes to divisions, where there was previously five classes 1 through 5 and class B and A. On the non-select side, there's now only divisions 1 through 5, and on the other side of it, on the select side, there was always divisions. I'm sorry, no, same thing. Uh, um, oh yeah, girls Division 1 basketball playoff bracket. Thursday night was girls. Got a lot of special guests uh, lined up for tonight's show. Uh, but let's go over some scores real quick. Second round, Division 1. Mandeville defeated Chalmette 52-41. Ponchatoula, big win. I'm sorry, wrong side. Um, Ponchatoula defeated Zachary 65-57. Barb handily defeated East St. John. Congrats to East St. John for getting so far. 73-59. Natchitoches Central takes a tough loss on the road at Parkway 58-24. Our first guest of the night is #1 ranked coach in Division 1 on the girls' side, Corey Arnold. His Walker Lady Cats defeated Chalmette at home 60-53. What's up, Coach? How you doing tonight?
What's up, Hobart? Thanks for having me tonight, man.
Hey, no doubt, man. No doubt, man. Let's start by talking a little bit about your game against Chalmette on Thursday night.
Yeah, Chalmette came in. I think they were 21-4, 21-5. Definitely had my attention. Their starting five was really good, really athletic. starting five, but they didn't have really much of a bench. So that's what we emphasized on, kind of playing 10 or 11 kids. Uh, I thought if we were able to do that, we were going to have a lot of success. And by midway through the first quarter, uh, we had them in foul trouble as well as they were just tired, and it kind of, I think the end of the first quarter was 19-5, and then the halftime score was 38-9. We kind of got out to a good start on them. And we were able to win 60-33, I think the final was.
Yes.
Got to play a lot of kids, which, playoff experience is invaluable. You never know when you're going to need a kid down the road, and just giving them 2 or 3 minutes here and there could be the difference between them being nervous and not nervous, in the next round of the playoffs.
Absolutely, Coach. Man, again, great job. The game plan that you and your staff put up obviously worked really well. You guys have been holding the number 1 seed for a lot of weeks now.
Yeah, we always talk about securing a 4 seed because with the new LHSA rules, you're guaranteed to play all your games at home, so that's important. It's nothing like playing in front of your home crowd on your home court where you're comfortable. Our girls took it personal last year, losing in the semifinals. So this year they were kind of on a mission. They were hungry. They're still hungry, and that's where we're at right now. We're right back where we ended last year, in the semifinals against Ponchatoula, the same team that beat us last year. So,
man, I'm going to say this with all fairness. Generally, we've seen Lafayette High. They've been way atop the food chain here, and so for me, not talking about Lafayette High is going to be kind of difficult here tonight because I'm a fan of their brand of basketball. But somebody has to win, somebody has to lose always, and so in this process of gaming and sportsmanship, the 4 teams that are left, Coach, are your Lady Cats, as you said, the Lady Green Wave, the Lady Bucks, and the Lady Panthers. Talk to us a little bit about what your thoughts are of how this next round is going to play out real quick, and then I'm going to give my predictions on these 2 semifinal games that I'll be watching online.
Yeah, Parkway and Barb. We played Barb earlier this season, and then we played Parkway during the summer, so I got experience with both of them. That's going to be an interesting game. I think it's going to be closer than what people expect. Barb has a point guard that can really play, and as well as some shooters, and they have an athletic forward. I think Parkway is going to blow them out, but I don't see it that way. I think I think it can be a close game down to the wire because Parkway just plays half court man to man, which, that's going to limit Barb's turnovers. They shouldn't turn it over too much. And Barb plays a little matchup zone, which can give Parkway some trouble. But if I had to pick one, I would say Parkway. They got the best kid on the floor in the playoff games. A lot of times if you got the best player on the court, that can kind of lead you to victory late in the games. We need a basket. She can go get that basket.
Right, exactly. Again, when you look at when you look at a Ponchatoula who has also been exceptionally well disciplined team, they play fast as all get out. They like to push the ball in transition. I got to see them earlier this year, which was a real blessing for me because she demands so much out of those girls, and they in return give it. Got to see you guys a couple of times this year as well. Different makeup of players, I think. You guys have a really special girl in Ariana Patterson. She's a multi-dimensional player who can do a lot of things on both the offensive end and defensive end. when I look at that game, Ariana will be the difference in deciding the winner. And so in me knowing that, I'm saying if Ariana continues to be the terror that she's been all year, how's she gonna handle the speed that Ponchatoula brings?
Yeah, I mean, we play pretty fast also, so I think Ponchatoula is comfortable playing fast, or they're comfortable playing slow, and I think we're much the same in that way. I think we can play half court, we can play full court. Um, yeah, Ariana is definitely a mismatch on the offensive side, especially. She's so big and strong. Lately, she's been doing a good job, being around the goal and finishing strong. That was something she needed to work on, and she put some work in on that, and that's drastically improved for her game. Um, like I said, Ponchatoula is going to be well coached. They're going to have a plan. I think we're going to have to make adjustments as the game goes on because it's going to be constantly chess match as the game goes on. I would like to think we probably got a little better guard play, but I think they're a little better than us on the inside with the Taylor Jackson kid. She's a monster on the boards. We'd have to, really emphasize keeping her off the boards because I think that can be the difference in the game down the stretch.
Right. Coach, as you've heard me say, and I've told you this multiple times as well, myself personally, I do not believe in telling coaches and kids good luck. That's why you prepare, so
Right.
you won't need luck. Luck does not factor into really really good teams' mindset or the way they play. Preparedness is the best alternative to winning, being prepared. So with me knowing you as well as I do, I know you will have your girls, you and your coaching staff have been working really hard preparing for Ponchatoula since Thursday night game ended. And so with that being said, um, I'm not because you're here, but because it's just my belief. Um, Lady Cats move on to the finals, get over the hump this year, led by Ariana Patterson. The Barb Parkway game, I don't think anyone has been able to stop the number one player in the country, Markayla Williams. But Barb has their own Williams, who's equally and exceptionally good. She came in 2019 and led them to a semifinal matchup versus the East Ascension Spartans. East Ascension will eventually go on to be the 2019 Class 5A state champions that year. But Williams was phenomenal as a freshman. She'll be exceptionally phenomenal going into this game on tomorrow night. And the end result, too much Markayla Williams. She has not played her best high school basketball game yet. And I think that she's going to save those for these last two games. The secondary players for Parkway have proved to be equally as good. Parkway, Walker, in the girls Division I Select State Championship game. And we want to thank Coach Corey Arnold, Walker Lady Cats, for joining us here tonight.
Yes, sir, Hobart. I appreciate you, and I thank all you do for the high school sports.
No doubt, man. No doubt. It's one love, man. Again, I'm going to say this, not because I'm on air, because, Corey knows me very well. I've said this on and off air. It's a blessing to be able to do something that you love with all of your heart and soul. And I know this for a fact. Every coach that I talk to feels the exact same way. They would trade it in for $1 million, but not $1.
Right.
So, moving on, man. We're about to switch lanes. I think we're moving now. Got another guest. There you go. He's been backstage waiting patiently.
Yes.
And we're gonna talk about the non-select Division 4 bracket quarterfinal games were played Thursday night. Man, a lot of great games. Start with Southern Lab, the #1 overall seed. They handily defeated Delta Charter 68-19. Central Catholic comes up with a big win over the OCS Eagles 56-44. Cedar Creek goes down against one of the teams that's been atop the food chain the last few years. They have a really good coach. I think she moved. But nevertheless, Northwood Lena is really good. 67-37 win over Cedar Creek. That leaves us with one game left. And that's Coach Colbert's Hamilton Christian Lady Warriors 51-46 win over Highland Baptist. Welcome, Coach Colbert. How are you tonight?
I'm doing fine. I appreciate you having me. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. And I can tell you've been working your can off today because your voice is a little depleted.
Yeah, man. We had practice, shoot around, and then film session. And we had a lot going on today, man, after church and everything. But it's a blessing, man. We doing well.
Man, let me say this to you with all sincerity. Sorry for your family's loss, man, and
Appreciate it, brother.
having to prepare for games and prepare to lay a loved one to rest.
Yeah,
is doubly equally disheartening and sad.
Oh yeah, and I appreciate everybody, with the condolences and checking up on me and my fiance. And man, Hamilton always come through in times like that. They understood. I had to be away for a few days. My assistants got the girls in the gym, and they will call us, the days that I wasn't here. So I mean, we blessed to have family, man, and that's always a good thing.
100%, man. Let's talk a little bit about how the game versus Highland Baptist went. What did you know about them going into the game? How much film did you get to watch on them? Had you seen them play during tournament season, or did you get to still off to watch them play as the season progressed?
Right. Well, no, I hadn't seen them all year, but I did get the opportunity to host them here early in December. They came down, and once again, it was a great game. We ended up pulling away and winning by 5 at our thing happened over there, but I did get to watch them against Rain. And Rain is a pretty good team. Has some nice sides and some nice guards. So I got opportunity to watch them and watch some film. But I knew the game was going to be totally different in the quarters going to their house. They momentum, they crowd, but the Hamilton Christian crowd, they followed us, man. It was packed in there. It was championship playoff, and they have a really good coach that used to actually coach here, and her husband was the principal here. So they have ties with Hamilton, so you can understand how that game went that night, man. But everybody was professional. Someone had to win, someone had to lose, and God was on our side, and we came out with the W.
Right. I want to ask you this, man, and I really meant to call you a while ago and talk to you about this because when you coached on the boys' side for as long as you have, you kind of get conditioned in how you talk to kids and how you treat them and what you can and cannot do.
Correct.
How's the transition from going to be a boys, from being a boys coach to becoming a girls coach? How have you handled that transition?
Well, for me, I started off coaching the girls. I still remember the phone call when I finished playing pro ball overseas in '08, and I started coaching girls at West Mary. Had a really good run with the West St. Mary girls. Ended up losing to some very good Dario teams back then, '08, '09. But I coach the same way. I just challenge. I don't have to really challenge the girls as much because girls play hard regardless, man. Especially if they know, you know, it's love and it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like they play hard. So being able to coach girls just as hard as you coach boys, I mean, it's all about the love and coaching. And the girls here, that's what they've been yearning for. That's what they've been wanting. Someone to hold them accountable, someone to push them, someone to just teach them. You know, a lot of times coaches get caught up in trying to teach and draw plays. And I just took it to the basics. Look, we gonna start from scratch. We gonna learn how to dribble. We gonna learn how to pass. We gonna do the fundamentals of basketball, and I'm gonna hold you accountable on the defensive end. And they respond well to it.
Right. That's amazing when the product finishes and the girls are not only accepting a new coach, because sometimes when the new coach comes in, kids rebel
Correct.
to see what they can get away with or what they're going to be allowed to get away with.
Right.
And it just becomes a cluster.
Correct.
But when you have a track record of being a good coach and being a coach that knows how to develop kids within their skill set at whatever level they're at,
Right.
that's a blessing.
Right. And again,
And
do a lot of things outside of the court. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we go to church together. You know, we have Sunday meals. It's, you know, so it's things like that where you got to build and earn trust. So when you able to, you know, get on the kid and they're not taking it the wrong way. You understand what I'm saying?
right,
So and I use it like I say, I just use the word. I'm just holding you accountable. You know, you got to be able to be corrected, and they do a great job with that.
right. Real spill, bro. Um, let's talk a little bit. Can we talk 2-3 more minutes, please?
Yeah. I got you. Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about the final 4 teams remaining.
Yes, sir.
In the girls not select Division 4 bracket.
Mhm.
First matchup is Southern Lab versus Central Catholic.
Correct.
Southern Lab, head coached by Kuana Cheney. Man, I've been tongue twisted with Q's my whole life. I struggle with saying Q words.
Yeah, coach.
Overall, number 1 seed this year again after winning it all last year, and she's an alumni of Southern Lab. She's a state champion player at Southern Lab, now a state champion coach at Southern Lab. She loves the history and tradition. When she first got into high school coaching, I interviewed her, and you can hear the love for Southern Lab in her voice. What do you know about Southern Lab? What do you know about Central Catholic?
Well, you know, Central Catholic, that's my area down there by Franklin. They're actually in Morgan City. Got some kids that are family members and worked out with me, conditioning and training and all that. So I'm very familiar with that team. But I had the opportunity to meet Coach Cheney and Southern Lab. They actually came to Lake Charles to our showdown in the lake.
Okay.
And, we actually played them. And that was without my big girl. She wasn't here yet. She wasn't eligible yet. But they're a real young team, but their IQ is extremely high.
Right.
They cut off angles, man. They play They play hard on the defensive side. They share the basketball, man. They up and down the court. Like they are well deserved the number one seed. You understand what I'm saying? From
Right.
on down to the players. I personally think that Central Catholic matches up with them very well because Central is big in the inside and agile and can move around, and they have some really quick guards that has been playing the game for a long time. That's going to be able to match up with Southern Loud guards. So I think it's going to be an intriguing game. I think it's going to be a really good game on Tuesday. They actually play before us, so we'll get the opportunity to watch them, and we'll see, man. Once the ball go in the air, everything is fair, and just
Right.
go for
Right. I expect a little partiality in in this next segment. Northwood Lena versus Hamilton Christian.
definitely.
Northwood Lena has over the last few years that I've seen them, they've been a team that played inside out.
Yes, sir.
They believe in going inside to their bigs,
Mhm.
who cause and create havoc, and then they have a couple of girls that can knock down shots. What do you guys do to compete against Northwood Lena?
And like I told the girls today, man, there's no pressure on us. You know, we made history, but we don't want to stop there. You know, the first team in Hamilton Christian existence to ever make it to the Final Four, to the top 28. But
Right.
we want going from there. We got a good draw against a Northwood Lena team who we happen to see here. They came to our MLK Classic at Burton Coliseum, and they played LCA. And we got opportunity to sit and watch greatness. And I mean, for me, the big girl is probably one of the, if not the best big in the state. Like, I love her tenacity, I love her energy, I just love everything about her. But I know that we're going to go into this contest and we're going to match their energy. We're going to be well coached. Like I say, my girls, man, they do anything and everything just to compete. They're competitors. Great teams take the heart of their coach. And I don't care what game we in or who we're against, we go compete. You know what I'm saying? You have to come out
Right.
and beat. And I got much respect for Coach over there at Northwood Lena. They do a great job with those young ladies. So I mean, it's going to be an intriguing game for us as well. Again, no one's giving us the opportunity or the chance of going in, but no one gave us that when we went into Holland as well. And for us, that's what we live off, being the underdog. So it's going to be a good game, man. We're going to go in there and give it our all and let the ball fall where it falls.
Facts. Hey, man, congratulations on making it to the top 28 Final Four, however you see it. Glass half empty, glass half full.
Right.
Either way, it's a hell of an accomplishment, no
Right.
matter what division you play in, no matter what side you play on, select or non-select.
Right.
I'm sure, just like me, you'll be extremely glad once it comes back all together full fold.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your evening where you could be relaxing and chilling with your fam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But you're here with us, and we're appreciative of that.
Oh, yeah.
And as always, man, anytime Prep News is on the air, you have a place here. This is home for you wherever you may be,
Yes, sir.
boys or girls side, because of the love and respect I have for you as a coach.
Definitely. And I appreciate you, everything that you do for kids out here in Louisiana, man. You know, anytime I call you, you're there, and it's vice versa, man. So I appreciate you. You know, I can't wait to see you again, shake hands, hug, talk some more basketball, and just talk about life, man.
Oh yeah, man. And can you do me one big favor, man?
Yeah.
You sure you can do this? Because it's a big ask.
Go ahead.
It's a little bright skinned dude. He's about 6'2" now, I think. Goes by the name of Colbert as well.
Yes, sir.
I generally do this to him, and y'all don't say nothing because it ain't got nothing to do with y'all. He's one of the few kids that like a lot of kids absolutely love me, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But he's one of the kids that really loves me.
Oh yeah, you know that.
And you know, I always sneak and give him a kiss on the forehead, man. And sometimes I don't even know if he be paying attention, but man, the relationship
Right.
over the last 4 years that your son and myself have built, man, it's one that I'm really proud of because he's been through a lot basketball wise.
Oh yeah, man. And you know that. You know
Yeah.
that. He's a great kid, a humble kid.
Right.
So I haven't seen him smile that much this year. So I know, God is blessing him. So I'm gonna definitely do that and tell him that we spoke, and he go smile, man, and get ready.
Yeah.
They start up on Monday. They start tomorrow.
Yeah. That's my guy, man. And college coaches, he can hoop.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
His game has gotten better every single year, and sometimes kids stray away from a leadership role.
Oh yeah.
He's absolutely accepted it on every level. He's done what every coach has asked him to do.
Right.
And then when it comes to dealing with the OG as a head coach, especially when he knows that you come from a history of basketball,
yep,
he don't let up
at all.
Like Dexter Washington, when he understands that you can hoop, oh yeah, he gives you hell and charges you rent.
Oh yeah. So, that's accountable. Definitely.
Yeah, shout out to the OG Dexter Washington. It's a name that he's not only accepted, but he thrives in being called the OG of high school basketball.
Oh yeah, it is, man. Learned a lot from Dex in this year because this is my first year here. And man, Coach Dex, man, there's been many nights we've been in that office this late, and he just giving me the game. You know what I'm saying? Running it to me.
So. Right. So, hey, man, again, congrats. Looking forward to you guys moving forward. But hey, we got to get back to the rest of the scores, and since we're on the select side, we'll stay there and just go to Division I. Hey, how about this right here, man?
What's that?
You got a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so look, we're gonna talk about the scores, and if it's any point you want to talk about a specific game, we'll take a minute and discuss it.
Oh yeah, no problem.
So, girls side, select side, Division I, quarterfinal matchup quarterfinal matchup included John Curtis. Lady Patriots defeat CE Birds 79-41. I'm sorry, wrong game again.
Okay.
I was right the first time. Quarterfinals. John Curtis Lady Patriots defeat the Liberty Lady Patriots 85-59.
Right.
And it doesn't matter who the coach has been. John Curtis is chocked with talent. Number 5 took on number 4, Scotlandville. They hosted Ben Franklin, 60-44 win. Great job by the Lady Hornets. They've been getting better and better and better the last 3 years.
I love that Scotlandville team. They were here for the MLK as well. They got shooters, got guards. Like they actually could do it all. I had opportunity to see them play.
Man, St. Thomas More hosted and defeated Warren Easton, the Lady Eagles. Tough loss, 53-28. And although it's her first year there, she's taken on a leadership role there, and that's Brianne Boyd.
Definitely.
Coach of one of Prep News' favorite coaches, Brad Boyd. She's been killing the game, man.
She has. And again, she's a coach's kid. And I tell Brad all the time, our kids shoot better than us, right? And I know that was the game plan. I mean, we want that, but Brad and I are competitors. So I still take Bryson in the gym sometimes and be like, man, look, you can't outshoot me. And Brad do the same thing. But Brianna's done a great job over there. STM for them. I had opportunity to see her play as well. And she gels with them. So, like, she's been there for a long time. And it's, again, because of her basketball IQ. Kids like that, You could put them on any team, and it become integral to that team because of their basketball IQ.
Right, right. When Coach Corey Arnold was on, we talked about this team, and this time last year they were a non-select school.
Right, right, right.
Um, Man, this was one of the games in the first playoff show we did that I talked about that if you missed it, you're gonna miss a real treat. The Lafayette Lady Lions hosted the Huntington Lady Raiders. Come up with a 51-41 win. Even in defeat, I want to congratulate Coach Brian Shine,
Right, Huntington.
who's had to deal with a ton of adversity um, at Huntington.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it I think is undeserved because all he has done is help kids get better and win.
Right, right.
Period. Whether you like him as a coach, whether you like him as a person, or whether you dislike him as a coach or a person, has nothing to do with what he's helped girls in the Shreveport-Bossier area accomplish. And he also skill develops with boys in the Shreveport-Bossier area. So a man that gives his heart as Coach Shine does, we want to give him kudos.
Yes,
but
sir.
that damn Lafayette team is fire.
Hey, they were here again. They came to the showdown, and I watched them. They actually got upset to Fairview. Now, Fairview, they were upset by Fairview, but I said Lafayette, they'll be in the dome, they'll be in the top 28, and they're well coached by Coach Cananu. She does an excellent job with that house, and they push the tempo. They got the big girl in the middle. Like, she has all the pieces, man. So it's gonna be interesting. I don't know who they have next, though. Who they have next?
We finna discuss that right now. I'm glad you asked, Coach. The top half of the bracket is John Curtis Lady Patriots versus the Scotlandville Lady Hornets. The Lady Hornets have a familiar name, and that is McDonald.
McDonald, yeah. She
and she can let. Can I keep it a buck like we always do?
Lights out, man. Yeah.
She can flat out. She probably a better damn shooter than Marion.
Yeah, than her brother.
Cause she's more efficient.
Yeah, she let it go, man. She let it go.
She can let that thing fly, man.
Yeah. I watched her. At the MLK, man.
And so the question I asked myself in this Lady Patriots versus Lady Hornets,
do they have enough?
Not only do they have enough, can they keep up with the speed and tenacity of John Curtis? Again, be it Barbara Ferris or Tamika Johnson,
yeah,
they kept the same style of play.
Yeah.
They'll run that ball up your behind if you don't get out the way.
Yes, indeed. Right. That's going to be a good game, man.
Again, that's the definitive question in that game for me. And I'm you gonna give a prediction, bro? Or no, stay out of this, man. Stay out of this.
Thank you, brother. I'm with all the people, man.
And look, my predictions aren't based off of who I like or who I don't like. Definitely. It's based off the facts that I have presented before me.
Right.
And so don't nobody go back and say, "Oh, he only saying that because that's them." No, They earn what they get here.
Right.
You earn everything you get from Off the Bench Sports and Off the Bench Sports Prep News. I've only had 2 kids that have played sports in the state of Louisiana at the high school level. And they didn't get any impartiality from me. So if I don't do it for my own kids, I'm damn sure not doing it for anyone else.
Oh yeah, I can vouch for you on that. Trust me.
And so with that being said, I think the Lady Patriots advance. This next game, I'm telling you, man, I'm a little on edge about this one, man. because St. Thomas More and Lafayette Lady Lions.
Battle
Oh.
Lafayette, man. The whole Lafayette go be there.
Yeah.
That's the one you want to see.
And look, I remember about 5 years ago, man, Peabody and Washington Marion played. I think that was in the semifinals.
Okay.
And the whole gym was full of green during that game. You couldn't tell where Peabody began and Washington Marion ended. It was so packed that game.
Yeah.
People were standing in the walkways going up and down the stairway in Burton Coliseum. Like, that's how many people were at that game.
Wow.
It was so many people there. They had to ask the fans and parents from the previous game to get up so that the Peabody and
Washington
Marion fans could come sit down low and see their teams play.
Washington Marion won that game, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's when they won the state championship in 19 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that was crazy, man. That was probably one. The only other game I remember that was like that was 2017. Scotlandville hosted Trinity Baptist out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and Rayville and Riverside came to Scotlandville to play. Scotlandville played Trinity, and Rayville and Riverside played. Rayville bought 2 charter buses and 3 school buses.
Cool.
It was in effect a Rayville home game. The gym was like, at halftime of the first game, they stopped letting people in, I think it was. Scotlandville fans had to raise hell. I'm sorry. Yes, it was a lot of raising hell going on.
Yeah.
So, bruh, that was crazy, man. But back to this matchup. Again, Lafayette plays really fast. I'm not going to say error-free because everyone makes errors, but their mistakes are very limited. But you have the same – I think these teams are probably the closest 2 teams on the girls' side that are going to meet this playoff.
Yeah, that's good. That's going to be a tough one between STM and Lafayette High, man. So looking forward to seeing that one. I can tell you that.
I agree with you 1 bazillion %.
Maybe we need to ask Coach Boyd who gonna win that one.
No, I'm not fooling with that one. So at the end of the day, man, so my checklist is experience. Both teams got experience, playoff experience. Both teams got top 28 experience. Depth. You don't get this far without having depth.
Correct.
Both teams got good coaches. Check.
Right. Correct.
Both teams have mentally tough kids. Check.
Right.
What are we left with? One thing we're left with. The team that has the best fan participation that makes it to Hammond is the team that's going to win.
Yeah.
That's what this game boils down to. And so with that being said, this is hard for me to say, man, because, again, I really like both of these teams.
I'm waiting for the prediction. I want to hear it.
St. Thomas More advances to play John Curtis.
Close game, though, right?
Very close game. I want to say this, and this is no kick to him. But I really hope they put the right officiating crew in. I hope Baton Rouge gets this game.
I'm not talking about that neither.
Right, and I ain't asked you to, but I really hope Baton Rouge gets that game.
Yeah. Actually, we had Baton Rouge and at Highland, and they did I'm talking about an excellent job, man. And I'm not saying that because we won. Even if we were, it wasn't on the officials.
Right. Hey, Division II, select side Division II, Lafayette Christian did what they've done all season.
Yep.
terrorized team, 7-1-47 win over a very good, very real coach, Archbishop Hannon. And that lets you know how good
LCA is.
LCA is, because if you know Archbishop Hannon,
Yeah.
dude can coach.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care what nobody say, dude can flat out coach. Next matchup was number 12, Benton. They traveled to, Bolton. They traveled around the corner to Peabody.
Mhm.
That's around the corner, right?
Yeah, that's right. That
5
might
miles. I think they're about 5 miles in difference.
I think that's district.
Yeah, that is district. They're not very far.
I see
Peabody gets a. Say that again, Coach.
that Peabody team. I was very impressed with them.
Right, because 2 years ago,
Yeah.
can we keep it a buck?
Keep it a buck.
They couldn't pour water out of a boot.
Yeah.
3 years ago, when they got this new coach, he's done a phenomenal job.
Definitely.
I saw them at the Marksville Thanksgiving Classic. They just were not good, man.
Yeah.
And
I seen them play against Northwood Lena, and it was a game. Northwood Lena pulled it off, but it was a close game.
And in just 3 short years, they've done well.
Yep. Yeah.
They become a household name on the girls' side, just like their counterpart, the boys.
Yep. So hats off to coach and all those young ladies out there that have been working hard for Peabody, man. Shout out to my guy Harry Coleman, head football coach, Code.
Coach Cole, my guy, man.
Oh yeah.
3-6 matchup. St. Louis Catholic gets a 70-45 win over De La Salle. And again, they have a young lady by the last name of Guillory. I think she ended up with 40 points. At the end of the night, she was flat out terrorizing De La Salle because she's a Can I say that?
Man, look, you can use whatever analogy you want. That young lady could flat out play.
She's a terrorist. She terrorizes people on the court. I had the opportunity to meet her parents. She comes from great stock.
Yeah.
She comes from a basketball family.
Yeah.
So hey, it is what it is, man.
Watching
Next matchup, 2-7 matchup. Vanderbilt. Always my mind always says Vanderbilt, like the university.
Right.
But it's Vanderbilt.
Okay. That's Vanderbilt Catholic?
Yes. 66-14 win over Buckeye.
Mm-hmm.
Women play girls. That's the only thing you can think of when you see a final score of 66-14, unmatched talent.
Yeah.
Great job to Vanderbilt Catholic. Moving on, man. Lafayette Peabody. Great run, Peabody. Great run.
Lafayette advances?
Without a doubt.
Experience? What causes
Lafayette. They've been postseason the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give both coaches a check, man. Really.
Yeah.
Skill set favors LCA. Like LCA wins most of the check boxes. So common sense would say go with Lafayette. But sometimes when the rubber meets the road, either the tires burn out or they may be flat already. Bolton has the chance to prove us wrong.
Correct. Correct.
St. Louis Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, number 2 overall seed. Again, too much Guillory.
Yeah, she'll impact the whole game by herself.
She's going to be locked and loaded.
She might have another 40-point game.
Hey, and look, she knows how to get to the rack, bruh.
Flat out score, man. Flat out score.
Like, she gets to the rack with relative ease, no matter who they're playing.
And finish with either hand.
Yes.
I was very impressed with that when I seen it in the showdown.
Finals, Division II, LCA, St. Louis Catholic. Man, sound like we've been here before.
Been here before.
Been here before. No disrespect to nobody.
None at all. None at all.
Division III, quarterfinals matchup. The Greenies defeat Glenmore 38-30. Parkview Baptist 49, St. Thomas Aquinas 46. Ding, 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 ding. I gotta hit the ding, ding, ding. Y'all know what that means. In my objective mind, that is an upset.
Upset. The Greenie?
Got to see St. Thomas Aquinas at the end of the year versus the very good French Settlement Lady Lions team.
Uh-huh.
They dominated French Settlement. And for them to lose by 3 at home,
Yeah.
in a hostile environment, it's hostile when you go to St. Thomas Aquinas.
Yeah.
Flat out hostile.
Yeah.
They take up 80% of the room in the gym. No, if you've ever been to St. Louis Aquinas, you will know I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
Like their gym is tailor-made for them, for their fans to have the best seats around the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Homer Christian 13, Episcopal 33, Episcopal advances. Glen Oaks 54, Holy Savior Menard, Lady Eagles 60. Again, shout out to the Glen Oaks Lady Panthers. Again, getting to the quarterfinals with a new head coach is phenomenal achievement.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Really phenomenal achievement. And all you can do is
That's it. Yep. Yep. Now,
I'm really proud of Green Oaks.
yeah. Yeah.
Probably one of the few teams that I haven't seen is Isidore Newman,
Mm-hmm.
but they've been holding steady, I think, at the number 1 spot for a while.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Isidore Newman advances to the finals, as well as ding, 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 ding.
Upset.
Upset alert. Episcopal, I'm saying it now, Episcopal is going to upset HSM. Yeah, I know. Don't try me, though. My track record really good. Don't try me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Division 5, quarters, Oak Hill 73, Family Community 14. Plainview 73, Claiborne Christian 54. Jess Clark 56, Avoyelles Public Charter 15.
Cool.
St. Joe Placerville 37, Family Christian out of Baton Rouge 50.
Yeah. I like that.
I'm gonna start at the bottom since we're here. Coach Rochelle finally gets his daughter back healthy for her senior year.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to pull off a ultimate comeback. Got to see them in the beginning of the year when they were still a little rough around the edges. Still came out with a big win, though. You got to look at the fact that Coach Rochelle loves to play fast.
Right. Right.
He wants to ram the ball down your throat.
Yep. And this,
Jess Clark,
mm-hmm.
big win over Avoyelles. But here's my question, and this is what I don't know. This is the unknown. Can FCA, because don't be mad at me, Taylor. Love you. You're a damn terrorist too, though. Quick with the ball, quick without the ball, can get to the rim, can finish with either hand.
Right.
shoots the mid range really, really well, and can shoot the three.
Right.
I want to say this in such a loving way.
Mm-hmm.
I told Jez Clark, CEO, this, and I only say stuff that I absolutely believe is true.
Okay.
I thought Ross Ricks was a really good coach before he left and went on his college stint.
Mm-hmm.
I think the coach that he's become since coming back from his college coaching experience has made him one of the best coaches in the state. And I thought a lot of him before he went to college.
That's respect. That's respect right there.
With all the things that happened at Jez Clark and him not only having to coach the boys team that's doing super phenomenal, he's taken on the role of dual head coach
Mm-hmm.
of the boys and girls program.
Mm-hmm.
They have not missed a beat.
At all.
And do you know how much he had to be paying attention to the girls to figure out rotation, minutes, and all the other things that comes with winning a high school basketball game?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Jez Clark advances.
Gotcha.
Plainview, again, I don't care what nobody says. My eyes don't lie to me. If I tell you a team is good, you can damn well best believe they're good.
Yep.
If I tell you a kid can hoop, you can best believe he can hoop.
Yep.
If I tell you a kid can shoot, I ain't talking about chucking the ball into the Mississippi River. I'm talking about, and I'm not talking about shooting the ball 50 times to get 20 points either.
Right. Right.
I'm talking about if I tell you a kid can flat out shoot the ball, that's what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't lie for children and I don't lie on children.
Correct.
Oak Hill is a monstrous team. They're well coached, they're disciplined, and they got a couple of girls on there that are just, for me, it made my heart happy watching Oak Hill.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you the truth, man. I was so impressed with seeing those girls, and I really owe them something because I told them that I would come to one of their home games, and I didn't get to make it because of life's issues.
Gotcha.
But man, when I tell you, it was everything watching them play. Oak Hill advances.
Gotcha.
Oak Hill, Jez Clark, Division 5 state championship game. I think the only loss for Jez Clark in district was Oak Hill, if I'm not mistaken.
Rematch.
That's going to be interesting.
Yep. Very much so.
And so, real quickly, to not disrespect the hierarchy of what's girls basketball, and in reference to time, because it is kind of late, and I still have to do the boys bracket. I want to go over real quick the girls Division 1. No, we already did that, so I don't have to do that.
Yeah, we did that.
All right. Hell, just come on, stay on, man.
Man, look.
Come on, bro.
Man,
this boy side is interesting.
man, my fiance begging for me. Man, we got to go get ready for school, brother.
She a teacher too.
No. When I say we, that's me.
Man, you ain't worried about no school. I'm gonna call the OG for you. He gonna cuss me and you out.
Yeah, he is too. You know that. Well, bro, I appreciate you having me
No,
on.
it's been fun, man. It's been fun, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. And look, you remember when we was little as kids, man, your mama used to say, don't forget to brush your teeth, boy. Brush teeth, bro.
All right, bro. You have a good night, brother.
You too, bro. You too.
All right, later.
Oh, shoot. What I did here? Y'all know I always screw up something. Y'all give me 1 minute. Hey, we're going to jump to the boys. Again, it's getting late. I got coaches waiting in limbo. And so we need to be able to do all the things that we're doing. Scotlandville, #1 overall select side, had a bye in the first round. They played I forgot what Coach Bourgeois called it, but they played French Settlement in what's roughly an exhibition game. I tried to get the results from that for y'all, but was unsuccessful in doing so. 16-17 matchup, Jesuit 46, Ash 59. Upset by Ash. Great job, Coach Lance Brasher. St. Aug, #9, 73. Karen Crow, 24, 66. Eric gets a bye. Southwood got a bye. John Curtis defeats around the corner rival Bonneville 57-51. Mr. Kirkwood and his Holy Cross team defeated McKinley 60-52. Huntington bye. Catholic Baton Rouge bye. Archbishop Rommel defeats Warren Easton by 2, 47-45. That was a 14-19 matchup. Captain Shreve gets a bye. Pineville gets a bye. St. Paul gets a 51-35 win over 23-seeded Lafayette High. Edna Carr gets a big win over Brother Martin, 64-61. That's a 15-18 matchup. St. Thomas More gets a bye, leaving us with our guest for tonight. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man?
Man, tough Friday night for you and your East Jeff Warriors. You guys take one hard on the chin. 72-43 loss to Coach Steve Kelly and McMain. How much did you know about McMain coming into the game?
I knew a lot about him, man. It was one of those deals where it could have went either way. You know, my team, just be honest with you, they didn't show up. That Mardi Gras breaks and stuff like that, you know, I got to find a better way when we have playoffs during Mardi Gras to keep my kids from going out. You know, I just got to be honest with you. You know, no, not taking nothing away from McMain. They won the game, but that probably was the worst game we played all year. Not saying we would played a good game, we would have won the game, but we were dead in the water. You know, so that's being a young team. You know, they don't understand priorities quite yet. You know, I have 2 seniors, the rest of them sophomores and freshmen. So I still thought I was a year away, but you don't like going down like that. But like I said, I don't take anything away from McMain. They won the game, and, you know, they did what they were supposed to do. He had his kids better prepared. They went through the same thing we went through. So
Right.
I find a way, living in the metro area, to deal with Mardi Gras.
Man, in an instance where discipline comes into effect because you can't go party like a rock star on Monday and then party half the day
Mm-hmm.
on Fat Tuesday and then play a game that evening. How much do you think, if you could create a situation in an atmosphere where you maybe have parents come together and you get beads and the candy and have something resembling Mardi Gras, because a lot of coaches have that issue where kids who are close to the Mardi Gras environment, they want to participate in it. They want to partake in the events. And it's no lie, I've been to a good share of Mardi Gras events. It's fun.
Yeah, it is. But I gotta say, Mardi Gras cost me twice. When I was at West Jeff, my starting point guard had a fight and he didn't come to the playoff game. We were playing East Ascension. And that year we had a chance to make a run. So, but like I said, not making any excuses. I just got to find a way to instill into the players' priorities, because they don't understand. You go out and party all day Tuesday, and you come to practice that morning on Wednesday, and then you have Thursday walkthrough. You still recovering. They don't understand.
Right.
You go out, now I'm not saying what they do. I'm not with them. I'm not their parents, but you can't be out all day Tuesday on your feet knowing you got a game Friday and they're not getting the sleep they need. So like I said, that's a deal I'm gonna have to work out. Living in this area, I gotta figure that out. If it's me putting them in a hotel somewhere, for the week so I know they're gonna be with me, it's things I have to do. But at the end of the day, they're young enough, you have to show up for a playoff game. And
Right.
I'm not taking anything away from anybody, and I feel that as a coach I didn't have them prepared to play because they didn't show up for the playoff game.
Right. When you look at the overall efforts of you guys this season, when you do your in season review of how you guys did this season, what are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I think it's a situation where I'm gonna have to do some addition by subtraction. Because some things I let go that I don't normally let go because of numbers. But if I just have 5 players, that's what I have to go with. Because what did it get me? I just look at it like that. What did it get me? So it's either gonna be the way I want you to do it, or you're not gonna do it. It's no more of you have to miss for this. Parents saying you got to go do something and this. If you're not there, you're not there. You're not playing. It's just that simple. And so if I have to lose early to build a program and build a culture like it needs, because it's not just the kids, it's the parents. They'll come up last minute, say stuff like, "Oh, he can't be here. We're going to a party, going to a birthday party." I'm like, wow, okay, so that's what we're doing now. So, and I just think it's the culture. It's changing. Don't get me wrong, because I've seen the improvement over the last 2 years, but it's not gonna happen overnight. Like I said, I put last year I had 4 players make all district last year, so we working on that. So, and we actually finished district runner up this year. So
Right.
I can't complain. We won not what I wanted to win, but just looking over the season, we lost to some teams I thought we were gonna beat, and we beat some teams I thought we were gonna lose to. So it kind of averaged out.
Third season finished at East Jeff. Second season. Second season finished at East Jeff. In your 2 years there as head coach, scale of 1 to 5, give me your thoughts on how much understanding, growth, development you think those kids have gained under your leadership.
I put it at a 3. I put it at a 3. Reason why I don't want to say a 5, because they still don't understand the big picture yet, still immature. Because like the sacrifice that you have to make. Like I
Right.
try all the time. When I played high school ball, college ball, I didn't have holidays. It wasn't like we played in Mariana, we played on Thanksgiving Day every season. So it was like I can't go out for Thanksgiving. Then Christmas, we have Christmas holiday tournaments. Then when I
Right.
went to college, I could never go home for holidays because we playing. And so I'm trying to instill that in them, but you know, that's a hard battle to fight when the parents don't understand.
Right.
That so but they're getting there. Like I said, just sophomores. I still think we was a year away anyway. Anything we would have got this year would have been icing on the cake. But next year I don't see no more than about 4 or 5 losses.
Okay. Okay. That's what's up, man. Can you stay with me for a few minutes?
Yeah, I can stay. I'm good.
All right. So let's talk about Scotlandville Ash. Scotlandville been at the top of the food chain all season. Play a very diverse Ash teams that like to run multiple defenses at you, but Scotlandville has definitely had one of the most dominant players in the state in Dorian Booker. What would your game plan be for Scotlandville?
Well, I would try. I would have tried to run him. You know, if I had a chance to play him, I was 5 out, keep big man out the paint, because ain't no point in letting him sit in the paint because you're not gonna get anything down there. You know, just attack him, try to get him in foul trouble. That would have been the key, getting him in foul trouble. You know, so it would have been some situations where if you draw a charge, but you gonna have to attack him. You know,
Right.
get him out the game. You know, you get him out the game, you might even it up a little bit because he 7 feet.
6'11", right at 7 feet.
Yeah, so it is what he's a 7-footer. So
Right.
you have to get him out the game. If he's in the game, you're gonna have problems.
Right.
And your guard play might be able to match up with Scotlandville guard play, but as long as they're 7-footer there, they can be aggressive on defense. You drive to the hole, what you gonna do? It's a 7-footer. Height matters. So that would be the key. Try to put him in a lot of pick and roll situations, especially if they play man. I haven't seen Scotlandville play this year, so I don't know if they play a lot of man and whatnot. But if they play man, I'd put him in a lot of pick and roll situations. Make him guard somebody on the perimeter.
Right. Up next, St. Aug, John Eric. St. Aug also, I think this may be his 3rd year as head coach. He's done a really good job of implementing his system at St. Aug. John Eric also under 3rd year head coach Everett Armand.
Mm-hmm.
Beloved by the nickname of Coach Cheese.
Yeah. I played both of them. I played both teams this year. So the key gonna be if Eric can handle pressure.
Okay.
If they don't figure that out, then it'll be a one and done for them.
Right.
So
up next, and remember, I'm not giving my predictions on the boys until we get to the semifinals matchup, same as I did for girls. So just be patient and be patient.
Yeah, but that's the key. He's gonna have to, and Eric is a team from my district, so I'm rooting for my teams from my district. But he's gonna have to handle pressure.
Right.
It's cause we played them, like I said, it was the game went down to the wire. We missed some free throws. We 2 free throws away from being district champs. So it's a whole nother story. So I just, hopefully he's watching, prepare for pressure. The one thing about St. Aug, they really don't do any zone press, but they press you. St. Aug will pressure you though.
Up next, 5-12 matchup from class 1-5A Southwood Cowboys, head coached by Brandon Goltry. He has a 6'11" kid in Jeremiah Evans that leads Southwood. They take on a very disciplined, always well coached John Curtis Patriots. That game.
That's a toss up.
No, that game for favors. In my.
Let me tell you why it's a toss up. The way John Curtis can shoot the ball. If you can shoot the ball, you in any game. And they can shoot the ball. So it's going to be a key if you can stop the shooters. If you can stop their shooters, then, hey, you got them. But like I said, Southwood got some size and stuff. But the key is if John Curtis making shots, they're hard out. And they can shoot. That's another team I played this year. They can shoot the ball.
Great insight, and great point that you made. Yeah, you can score the ball. You're always in any ball game.
Yep. So wise man told me that a while ago.
That was me, huh?
Hey, you gotta be able to shoot the ball, man.
At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to: being efficient enough to put the ball in the basket.
Yep. Now, their shot is off though. It'll be a long night for them.
Up next, 4-13 matchup. One of my favorite people on one side, one of my favorite people on the other side, and that is Mr. Kirkwood versus a Louisiana Hall of Famer, Mac Jones of Huntington. Man, Huntington has a kid by the name of D. Cedric Webb that's flat out amazing. He's expanded his game, improved his ball handling, improved his mid-range, improved his defense. If we had a most improved player award, it would definitely go to D. Cedric Webb. How Huntington handles him and the rest of his brethren, because lining up across the board, they have an average height of 6'4", 6'5", maybe across the board. I think if it's the same team that I saw over the summer, and then they have a superb point guard by the name of Chris Carpenter.
Well, on paper they have the advantage on paper then,
right?
Because Holy Cross really not that big. They're scrappy team. You know, they're gonna play hard. Their best player, I don't even think he's 6 feet. To me, their best player. You know, other people have their opinions, but to me, the best player, I think it's number 4. If I'm not, I might get the numbers wrong because I actually played him this year. Now he's a glue to the team, a little motor, you know. But if Huntington averaging 6'4" across the board, that's gonna be tough, man. That's gonna be tough.
Up next, 3-14 matchup, and that is Catholic Baton Rouge versus Archbishop Rummel. Rummel is one of the teams that I didn't get to see this year, but I definitely got to see Catholic Baton Rouge. They are really good.
What about size with Catholic BR? They have size. So I haven't seen actually play Rummel. So
what they lack, what they lack in size, they definitely make up for in speed and just pure toughness.
Well, Rummel, the big boy from Rummel, he's a football player.
Okay.
Big one too. I'm talking about he's big. You know, I think he's an offensive tackle or defensive tackle or something. You know, good footwork though, but he's big. And he's a basketball player too. So, you know, normally you find one big like that can play basketball, he's gonna be a load.
Right.
You know, he can move for his size. And like we played him this year. It was good. He went down to the wire. They ended up clipping us though. But he's solid, you know. So if you want to try to play man to man, even with zone, you know, he's gonna be a load even against the zone. They're gonna get it to him. And he's good footwork. So like I said, Catholic BR, like I haven't seen them, but looking at their record, you know, I looked at everybody I possibly had a chance to play if my team played the way they wanted to play. They should win. They should, but like I said, that's why we play the game. But you need to contain the big boy. The big boy from Roma, I'm telling you, he's nice.
Right. Up next, 6-11 matchup. The team that you lost to, McMain, travels to Shreveport to take on the Shreve Gators. That's Coach Corey Deans.
Well, with that one right there, looking at that one, like even the McMain coaches told me that was the best shooting game they had all year against us. You know, so I'm not thinking they're gonna be able to shoot the way they shot against us. You know, especially going on the road. So they're gonna have to I've seen Captain Shreveport play. You know, solid team. They got the size advantage over McMain. McMain got the two bigs, but one of them, you know, he's really not. To me, he's not a true big. The tallest one they have, you know, he's real light, can push him around. And then the other big, you know, he's a solid serviceable player. But the guards are where they get their bread and butter from. So it's gonna be tough because the guards are pretty small for McMain and Captain Shreveport. Like they have a little size. So, and then the travel, you know how you plan that, you know how you deal with that. You know, are you gonna go up to stay up the night before, or are you going the game up the day of the game? So it's a whole lot of variables that are gonna come into play. But like I said, one thing about McMain, they get out and run. They're gonna play hard. And if you show them any sign of weakness, they're gonna take advantage of it. And they've been, you know, that team won a state title, been in state championship games, lost, but those kids know what it takes. So it'll be a,
Man,
it'll be a good one though.
hey, at the end of the day, for some people, his quirky, unorthodox style and method of coaching doesn't work for a lot of people. But his kids
Mm-hmm.
have adapted, adjusted, and overcome. And I'm talking about Corey Deans. They win games. They're really comfortable in their version of the swamp
Mm-hmm.
and playing ball. It's a hostile environment, whether you're from the Shreveport, Bossier metro area, or if you have to make a 6.5-hour trip from uptown like McMain will have to do.
Mm-hmm.
McMain, I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Leave early. Not early as in early that morning, the day before.
Oh yeah, that's what
You're going to need those legs.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long 6.5-hour bus ride.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, hey, up next, Pineville, St. Paul. Pineville, great job, man. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't remember the last time Pineville has been a top 10 team. And that's not being, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anyone. They're in District 25A, Washita, Ash,
Mm-hmm.
Ruston, West Monroe. That's who they were traditionally in the district with, and because I follow Washita, they just traditionally over the last several years they haven't been there. But congrats that they've done the work against St. Paul. 2-5 matchup, man. Tough. Is it a tough road to hoe? Is that old adage?
That's the old saying. Yeah, it's the old saying. But
It is really, really hard. Really, really hard to go to Lafayette and beat St. Thomas More at home. Legendary coach. Kids absolutely adore him and will run through a shard glass window to make him happy.
that's who St. Paul's playing.
No, that's Edna Carr.
Oh man, Carr tough though, man. Carr tough.
They have a very good coach whom I have a great relationship with.
Yeah, they tough, man. It might be tough, but it might be a tough road to hold, but they can do it. They can do it. Because once you get to this stage in the playoffs, though, like they throw records out the windows. Because whoever come to play that day, that's a good thing about high school and college basketball. The best team don't always win. Whoever comes that day. You know, a series, you know, the best team 9 times out of 10, they're going to win in a series. But it's one and done. And like I said, I've seen Carr play, and they're going to play hard. One thing about it, you get a bunch of kids that play hard, you can win games.
Facts. We're going to move on, man. Hey, I'm not gonna. I know you got to get prepared for work, man, in the morning. So,
Yeah.
hey, thank you for taking a minute with Off the Bench Sports. Go enjoy the rest of the evening. Give my big homie. Tell him to raise his paw up and give him a high five for me.
Lenny, Lenny. He might be asleep already. Lenny, come here. Here you come. Come here, man.
Man, y'all got to see this monster of a dog, man.
Just a
I'm
little,
terrified of this big monster.
just a little bitty one. I'm trying to get the big one. Come here, Lenny. Come here. There you go. I flip the camera. I ain't got to flip it. Come here, boy.
Look at that. That's a monster there.
Give me 5, man. You on Off the Bench Sports, man. Hey, hold on. Now you acting shy.
Yeah, any other time he terrorizing people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
But
it's bedtime. You going back to sleep, man.
right. Hey man, thanks for taking a moment with Off the Bench Sports, and we'll chop it up later, man.
All right, bet that.
We'll chop it up later. All right. Hey, that was Coach Kevin Hunt, East Jeff Warriors. We want to thank him for being on. Let's move on to Division II on the select side. Prep gets a bye. E.D. White defeats Bunkie 40-36. College Prep gets another win. They advance 42-38 win over Frederick Douglass. L.B. Landry bye. Archbishop Shaw bye. Evangel Christian, big win. Over St. Louis Catholic 60-49. Northside pulls out a close one over my buddy, my friend Kenny Sykes and his BTW Lions 61-58. Vanderbilt Catholic by Archbishop Hannon by excuse me, Bolton with a 77-65 win over Livingston Collegiate. JFK gets a big home win over Turlings Catholic. Congrats to Coach Antoine Bird. 72-56 win. Carver gets a bye. LCA gets a bye. St. Michael the Archangel 56-38 win over Buckeye. David Thibodeau gets a first round win 61-47 over De La Salle. Peabody gets a bye. Moving on to second round, matchups include Madison Prep hosts E.D. White. Lake Charles College Prep hosts L.B. Landry. L.B. Landry hosts College Prep. Archbishop Shaw hosts Evangel Christian. Northside hosts Vanderbilt Catholic hosts Northside. Northside go on the road. Coach Herbstler, great job he's done this season. Archbishop Hannon hosts Bolton. The Bears get on the road to New Orleans. Two coaches that know each other extensively well. Coach Antoine Bird takes on Coach Nate Roche. That's going to be a good one at Carver High School. LCA Knights take on St. Michael. Think the last few games, Cameron Williams is averaging a triple-double. That's something that money can't buy. Yeah, he like Cam Williams like that, y'all. Stop playing. Man, the legend Charles Smith and his Peabody Warhorses take on Coach Vincent Hicks and his David Thibodeau Bulldogs. Pound for pound, one of the toughest schools that I've ever seen, and that's a Vincent Hicks, David Thibodeau Bulldogs team. They will be well prepared. They will come to fight. They will fight. Should be a good matchup. Kevin Jones and company, though, along with Coach Smith, plan to derail the train that's called David Thibodeau. Division III, Newman gets a bye. Pope John Paul. Ding, ding, ding. Upset alert. Green Oaks go on the road and defeat Pope John Paul II 58-50. Episcopal Baton Rouge gets a 60-53 win over North Caddo. Sophie B. Wright, along with MLK Charter, get a bye. Parkview Baptist gets a 65-41 win over Northlake Christian. Ascension Episcopal defeats Notre Dame. That's a tough loss for me. I want to shout out to my boy, my dude. He's a hooper. He's a football player, Teddy Menard at Notre Dame. Man, great high school career you've had. Congratulations on not only being a student in the classroom, but being a student of your respective sports. Really tough for me to see your season come to an end because I saw you as a freshman and I saw the growth that you progress with through each one of your high school seasons. Man, I love you, Teddy. Keep up the good work, man. It's a place for you at your next level in basketball. Dunham gets a bye. Calvary Baptist gets a bye. Mentorship, 57-54 win over Capital Baton Rouge. ULAB, Coach Joe Spencer get a 73-43 win over Patrick Taylor Science and Technology. Aquinas and St. Charles Commons get a bye. Catholic New Iberia, 51-40 win over Thomas Jefferson. Lola Prep, 57-52 win over Sarah T. Reed. Metairie Park Country Day gets a bye. Moving on to the second round games, Newman, Green Oaks, Episcopal at Sophie B. Wright. Episcopal will travel to New Orleans. MLK Charter hosts Parkview Baptist. Ascension Episcopal travels to Dunham. Mentorship, got to go to Shreveport, man. Tough place to win at Calvary Baptist. Coach Big Morris will have those guys ready to play. Coach Spencer and his guys got to make that short 6-5-minute drive up to Hammond. Play a very good Hammond team. I mean Ponchatoula play a very good St. Thomas Aquinas team. St. Charles Catholic hosts Catholic New Iberia. Lola Prep. Hey, tough going to Metairie Park Country Day to try to get a win. Beautiful school, beautiful facilities there at Country Day. We done. Did we do that? Let me go back and look. I gotta double check. Okay, my bad, y'all. We didn't do this. Northwood Lena, number 1 overall seed on the boys' side. They get a bye. Cedar Creek defeats Westminster Christian 53-50. St. Fred, Derek Lopez get a big win over River Oaks 58-44. St. Mary's and Hamilton Christian get a bye respectively. Opelousas Catholic defeats Ouachita Christian 82-66. Ascension Christian, big win over Catholic Point Capiz 64-47. St. Martin Episcopal and Crescent City get a bye. Delta Charter 76, Cohen College Prep 37, Ascension Catholic 65, Sacred Heart 53. Southern Lab, Central Catholic also both get a bye. Vermilion Catholic 71, Magnolia School of Excellence 42. Central Private 66, Riverside 72. Big win by Riverside on the road. And number 2 overall seed, Lincoln Prep, they get a bye as well. Congrats to Coach Antonio Hood on a really good season this year. Number 1, Northwood Lena hosts Cedar Creek. St. Fred's travel to St. Mary's. Hamilton Christian hosts Opelousas Catholic. Opelousas Catholic has a freshman that can flat out play, looking to see how he's going to progress progressively. Century Christian hosts St. Martin Episcopal. Crescent City hosts Dale High Charter. Ascension Catholic hosts Central Catholic. Southern Lab, Coach Harold Boudreaux hosts Vermilion Catholic. Riverside has to travel to Grambling, Louisiana, Grambling. New school, Grambling. Still Grambling. GSU Lab School. For y'all that don't know, they've been a power long time. Moving on, Division 5. Number 1 overall seed, the Boys Public Charter, Coach Oki Benjamin get a bye. No score on the Jehovah Jireh St. Placerville because the game hadn't been played yet. That game will be played on Tuesday. Claiborne Christian 57, Alexandria Country Day 37. Cristo Ray from Baton Rouge takes a tough loss to Jez Clark 66-28. Rapides takes down Oak Hill 70-43. Plainview Christ Episcopal School game will happen on Tuesday as well. Episcopal of Acadiana, Northside Christian, that game will be played on Monday. Family Christian gets a bye. So, a Boys Public Charter is waiting on the winner of Jehovah Jireh St. Joe Placerville on Tuesday, and then that game will be played before the deadline date of 3/3/23. Jez Clark will take on Claiborne Christian. Again, great job and congrats to head coach Ross Ricks of Jez Clark. He's done a phenomenal job coaching 2 teams this latter part of the season. Rapides awaits the winner of Christ Episcopal School and Plainview, as well as Family Christian awaits the winner of Episcopal of Acadiana and Northside. That is the select side. The select side. Now to the non-select side, Division 1. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Number 1 overall seed, New Iberia had a bye. East Ascension, big win on Burnside as they defeat the Airline Vikings 58-55. Salmon defeats Natchitoches Central 77-43. North Shore defeats Dutchtown. I said Dutchtown would go in and upset North Shore. Great job to North Shore in holding solid, defeating a very scrappy Dutchtown Griffin team. Ouachita Parish 74, Parkway 47. Win at the Madhouse on Madison. Madison's Madhouse. Like I edited that out. Huntsville 70-47 win over Hammond. Mandeville big win over Rob Acor's Sam Houston Broncos. Walker gets a bye. Ponchatoula gets a bye as well. Denham Springs, tough loss at home, 53-50 loss to West Monroe. Good job by the Rebels. St. Amant, 86-43 win over South Lafourche. I think I screwed up y'all too. In fact, I know I did. I forgot to do something. Sulphur 69, Bell Chase 43, big win by Sulphur. Barb 82, Neville 52, Jabari Berry, big night for the Barb Bucks. I think he had around 30 points. Under the leadership and direction of first-year head coach Ty Russ, he gets a big win at the Shark Tank, 81-52 over Destrehan. East St. John, 47-37 win over Terrebonne. Good job to Coach Antonio Broadway. Ruston gets a bye. Coming up, second round, regional round of the playoffs. New Iberia hosts EA at New Iberia. That's going to be an interesting game. These teams have history. Y'all don't know it, but yeah, EA and New Iberia, they got history. Salmon travels to the North Shore. Hunville travels up north to Northeast Louisiana. OPHS, y'all know what it is, rocks the house. Mandeville has to travel to Livingston Parish to take on a very good, size-driven Anthony Skiro Walker Wildcat team. They're led by Warren Young Jr. One of the best teams in any class, any division I've seen this year. Ponchatoula Greenway hosts West Monroe. So West Monroe has to travel down south, back-to-back games, see if they can pull off a little rebel magic back-to-back. Alan Graves will have something to say about that. St. Amant travels to Sulphur. That should be a well-matched, evenly matched game. Scooter Crockett. Remember that name. Scooter Crockett. We're going to be talking about him Tuesday night. Jabari Berry hosts Southside. This is a district matchup. Should be a good one. East St. John travels to Northeast Louisiana. Ruston. I guarantee you Coach Broadway is watching film right now. He is the coaching friends he has are all prepared coaches. That makes him a prepared coach as well. They believe in being prepared. Gotta love Coach Broadway. His love for the game, it ekes out, man. That's my guy. I love me some Coach Broadway because of his passion. Division II on the select side, non-select side, Wasman gets a bye. Abbeville, big 76-73 win at home over South Bow. Franklin Parish, 56-51 win over Rain at home. Lakeshore, 72-57 win over Livonia. St. Martinville gets a big win over DeRitter, 87-45. Plaquemine, 65-41 win over Crowley. AJ Ellender, 51, the Tigers, 55. Bossier and Carroll get a bye. Northwest goes around the corner and defeats Crosstown rival. Beauchamp defeats Crosstown rival Northwest 67-62. Laranja Wolves with a big win over Pearl River 82-62. Breaux Bridge, big win over North of Vermilion 54-32. ERAF takes one on the chin versus Bruley 80-32. LaGrange, Coach Jason Williams, big win 68-47 over Iota at home. Man, I knew I remember I told y'all on the last show that if you were in the Lutcher area that you needed to get your butt to that game, that this game was so close, it was too close to call. 56-54 overtime win. The Lutcher Bulldogs defeat the Broadmoor Bucks. Shout out, man, to Coach Terrence Gillette and his coaching staff. They've done a phenomenal job with what they've had to work with at Broadmoor. They've done a phenomenal job. 100%, nothing but love for Broadmoor Bucks and their coaching staff, man. I bet that's a really hard way to lose on the road or at home. Number 1 overall seed, Wasman Wildcats. Traveling to the Vamp to play, man. Shout out to my big cousin. He and my dad were really close cousins. George Belton Sr., my dad, Hobart Grayson Sr. As cousins, they absolutely loved each other. The Vamp named after Coach Belton. Hard to go to Monroe and win at Wasman. Eat a good lunch, Abbeville. Wasman is really good. Franklin Parish travels to Lakeshore. St. Martinville, Plaquemine, that's going to be a good one. Hey, bring your popcorn. That game will be special. Opelousas travels to Bossier. Nothing bigger than the B, baby. Coach Collins, under his first year, trying to make it to the quarters and further. Carroll Bulldogs, hey, shout out to my guy, Scamp. He abandoned me in my time of need. I ain't mad at him, though. That's my guy. Really proud of the work him and his coaching staff has done. They always do a great job over there at Beauchesne. What is it? Unstoppable force meet unmovable object. Yeah, that's what that game going to be. It is going to be a great middleweight boxing match. 2 good coaches, a cast of great players on both teams. If you're in the Monroe area, you don't want to miss Carroll versus Beauchesne. I know, don't worry about Wasman playing. Don't worry about the fact Ouachita playing. Carroll High School, 2939 Rarick Street is the place you want to be on Tuesday night. Loranger travels to Breaux Ridge. Bruley hosts LaGrange. Alway, ooh man, Alway is solid. Alway solid. Lutcher. Scrappy. Tough. Yeah, I know Coach Melanson and his Iowa Tigers are favored. Yes, I know they are. Yes, I know they got a lot returning from last year's team. But man, is Lutcher scrappy. Like, they're going to play 32 minutes. Guarantee you that. Lutcher is going to play 32 minutes. Don't believe me? Be at Iowa, Lake Charles area. Division 3. Number 1 overall seed, Port Allen Pels had a bye. 16-17 matchup. Mansfield gets a big win over Doyle, 72-49. Red River goes up to Sterlington, Louisiana, gets a big 2-point upset win. That was a 9 versus 24 matchup. Ville Platte shows why going to Ville Platte is so hard to win. 83-63 win over St. James. 61-48 win. Rayville defeated district opponent Vidalia. The Vikings take a tough one, 61-48. Donaldsonville, 63-53 win at home over Westlake. Again, I said this the other day. I'm going to reiterate it today. Caldwell Parish is doing big things. The Spartans are showing why they're Spartans. 61-41 win over Laurelville. Patterson and Winfield both get a bye. Mamou goes down 63-59 win, lost to Rose Pine. Sorry about that. Marshville 57-47 win over Benton. Coach Terry Martin, big win over Boyles 64-24. Madison defeats Union Parish, formerly known as Farmerville. Nice play on words. Formerly known as Farmerville, 72-68. St. Helena, big win over Pine, 61-53 at home. Amite takes down West St. Mary's, 62-49. French Settlement, numbers 2 overall seed, gets a bye. So let's look at the second round. Port Allen Mansfield at Port Allen. Red River Ville Platte at Ville Platte. Rayville hosts Donaldsonville. Long drive. Donaldsonville lead the day before, man. Patterson hosts Caldwell. Winfield hosts Rose Pine. Marksville travels to Richwood. Madison hosts St. Helena. St. Helena has really prepared for being a road team. They've traveled to a lot of big tournaments over the last couple of years in preparation for being a road team in hostile environments. I'm going to say that they're going to fare. They're going to compete. Again, they've been preparing to be the road team for a couple of years now in hostile environments for this moment. Amite travels to French Settlement. Drayden Smith. Remember that name. We're going to talk about him on Tuesday night. Drayden Smith, 3-level scorer, solid defender. He can hoop. Ask any of his coaches, be it AAU coaches with the Louisiana Fire or his coaches at French Settlement. Drayden Smith is a name you're going to hear at his next level. Division 4, East Feliciana, number 1 overall seed. They get a bye. I told you guys this. General Trash is better than what their record shows. Did you hear me? General Trash goes on the road, beats a good East Iberville team, 69-60. Ding, 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 ding. Upset alert. Congrats to the General Trash boys basketball team. Great job going that far on the road, getting a win. The buck don't stop there, though. Welsh, number 9, goes down to number 24, Oak Grove. Ding, 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 ding. Upset alert. 63-61. Oak Grove defeats Welsh. Elton, 48, Mangum, 40. Number 5, Oakdale, 87. Number 28, Tensall, 52. 12 Pickering, 63. Ding, 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 ding. Upset alert. South Plaquemine gets a big road win, 64-63 over Pickering. Faraday defeats Homer at home. That game was played at Vidalia since Vidalia traveled to Rabel. Bigger gym, bigger capacity. 64-59 win. Congrats to Coach Sean Davis, his coaching staff, and his kids. They're led by Pamarion and Keenan. North Central, Franklin both get buys. Jonesboro High, ding, 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 goes on the road, get a 58-39 win over Maryville. Number 11, Arcadia gets a 62-33 win over Kentwood. Number 6, Lakeview, 71. Number 27, Jeanerette, 33. Delhi gets a big 59-13 win over Logansport. Ringo, 87, Block 58. Number 15, Lake Arthur gets a 78-62 win over number 18, Northeast. Number 2, overall seed, White Castle get a bye. All right, man, almost done here. East Feliciana hosts General Trask. Ding, 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 ding. Keep your eye on this game. I'm telling you, when I tell you you want to see a team play, you want to see that team play. Who is that team? General Trask. You want to see General Trask play. Trust me on that one. You're going to like and be impressed by what you see. Number 24, Oak Grove travels to number 8. Number 5, Oakdale hosts 21, South Plaquemines. Number 4, North Central hosts number 13, Faraday. Trojans get on the road. Leave early, Trojans. Number 3, Franklin hosts number 19, Jonesboro High. Tough place to play in Franklin, traveling to West St. Mary Parish. I think this game will be worth the wait. Number 6, Lakeview hosts number 11, Arcadia. Number 7, Delhi. Head coach Ramon Lusk, who is a basketball enthusiast, will take on the 10th-rate Ringo Redskins, who's head coached by Coach Trent, who is also a basketball enthusiast. Number 2, White Castle hosts number 15, Lake Arthur. That game is going to be interesting. That game going to be interesting. Lake Arthur, y'all keep surprising me, Tigers. Lake Arthur, y'all keep doing it. Keep doing it. Last one of the night, man. Division 5, number 1 overall seed, Zawali gets a bye. 16-17 matchup. Quitman defeats Saline 54-37. Number 9 takes on number 24. That game took one overtime to be finalized, but Atlanta, ding, 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 defeats Phoenix 62-59 and again in overtime. Number 8, Shudrant 53. Number 25, Florian 48. Number 5, Lacassine hosted number 28, Monterey, 73-59 victory. Number 12, Stanley hosted number 21, Calvin, 53-49 victory for Stanley. 13-20 matchup featured Holden versus Bell City. Holden holds on. Get an 82-75 win. Gibson, Coleman, Fairview both get buys. Number 19, Hicks. Ding, 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 ding. I think I predicted this game. Hicks goes on the road, gets a 60-57 win over Pitkin. Number 11, Ebar gets a 67-63 win over Kilbourne. Number 6, Doorline, they win again. 66-50 win over Negrete. Hornbeck, 52, Castor, 42, 726 matchup. Number 10, Singer, 56. Number 23, Summerfield, 64. Ding, 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 ding. Upset. Summerfield gets the upset on the road. The Borough. The Borough still like that. Simsboro, 77. Hackberry, 64. Number 2, Anacoco with a bye. So Zawali will host Quitman. Number 8, Shudra will host number 24, Atlanta. Number 5, Lacassine hosts number 12, Stanley. Number 13 will travel to number 4, Gibson and Coleman. Number 3, Fairview will host number 19, Hicks. Number 6, Doorline will host number 11, Ebar. Number 7, Hornbeck will host number 23, Summerfield. And this is a household matchup tailored for basketball fans. This is a household matchup tailored for real basketball fans. It's going to be some shooting going on in this game. They got shooters. They got shooters, y'all. That's going to be a good game. If you're in the Anacoco area, don't miss this game. This game should be wall to wall with fans. All right? Hey, man, that's it for this episode of Girls and Boys Playoffs. We'll be back again Tuesday night. Oh, let me do this real quick, too. So I had said that this year we're giving out our first awards for Off the Bench Sports Girls and Boys Player of the Year. I have to change the date on that, okay? Instead of us giving out the announcing the girls winner and the boys winner on March 5th. Let me get the date again, y'all. I don't want to give y'all the wrong date. We're gonna announce the winners on March 12th. That Sunday after boys and girls playoffs are over. What we don't want to do is in any way affect the way kids play and feel while they're trying to win a state championship for their respective schools. All right, that's what we don't want to do. So we'll make the big announcement sometime during the day on Sunday, March 12th, 2023. It's going to be a very big day for Off the Bench Sports. We're very proud of the fact that we're going to give Player of the Year awards away. All right. Love you guys, man. High school sports is the best part of my day every single day. Louisiana, probably rep your L. Probably rep your L. The reason why this state is called the boot is because we kick ass. Best amateur athletes in the world called Louisiana home. I love you guys. Thank you for joining us. And as always, remember, get off the bench, get into the game.